So some of the worst places are actually, it's actually this backyard. You can see how level it is, and with the ruts and stuff in it. Like I say, it's like a putt-putt course over here. Same thing over here. It's a real bad slope starting right here, and then it comes down like real bad, but it's very drastic. And then over towards the gas tank, there used to be a pool when we moved in here, a little beat up above ground pool. So that's real low as well. You can still see the indentation in the ground. So I'd probably have to build that back up. And then, again, as you can see out here, it's very unlevel, lots of weeds, so it would definitely need to be sprayed. I'm going to tear all these dog pens down and actually relocate them over here, where it's a little bit more level and closer to some shade. But as you can see behind the shop, this is where they dug up and built that pad up. So it's real drastic right here. So I'd probably have to have some field dirt, some topsoil brought in to level this area back off where it's a little bit more level through here, and it'll drain better instead of everything settling right here where they build it up. But that's the worst parts of it. Same thing over here, you can tell how bad it's built up right there. So definitely needs a lot of work. And I'd like to actually build this up a little bit where it's a little bit more level with the sidewalks. They had to pour these above ground because my wiring for my house, my power supply actually runs under the driveway here from that light pole, and it runs this way. But I wouldn't mind some dirt brought in to build this up a little bit. Another concern is this is where my septic tank is, and it actually runs under. My leach field runs out through here where you can see how green it is through here. Leach field goes out and circles back towards that building, so that's just a concern. And then of course my gas line runs back up here to my heat unit, so it runs right through here, so that's another concern. All right, again, front yard, we had these sidewalks poured and this porch built after we moved in here. But over the years, and we used to have a bunch of trees over here, so there's ruts all in my yard. The yard's relatively flat, so it really just needs to be tilled up and just graded, made smooth. But when you walk out here, you can actually see the ruts, pretty bad. But again, there used to be right in here, there was a big pine tree here, right over here on the property line. There was also a tree right here, as you can see. But the yard itself is relatively flat. It just needs to be leveled off and reseeded. Now the front yard is not near as bad as the back was, but as you can see here, this is just today where he brought in this load of dirt, and you can see the tire imprints across the yard just from that. And that's what I've run into over the years. When we moved here, this porch was not on the front of the house, and so we kind of designed that and had that built and added on. And a few years ago, 5 years ago to today, when I'm filming this, as a matter of fact, we poured these sidewalks front and back, so they wrap all the way around one half of the house. And but us doing that, with them bringing in bricks, bringing in concrete for the porch, and then for these, over the years, just them backing up over here. And again, we used to have a big pine tree here. We used to have a big pine tree here, and back. I'm trying to keep the police car out of the video as much as possible. But anyway, over here in the front of this, there used to be an old shack right here that we tore down. But it was a big pine tree here, a big pine tree back by the by the dog kennels behind Max's pen, and then down this side where my lean-to is from my boat, there was about 7 or 8 trees that went down the property line right there that we cut down and had stumps grinded away for those too. And that's some of the work that we've done out here. But again, major improvement and just a lot of work. I'm sure you can see some of this here, the highs and the lows there of the yard. That's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. If you can see that, that's just a substantial drop right there. And I guess if I got lower, you could see it a lot better. But I don't know how good the video will actually show it, but you can see a little bit of that ring right there. That's one of the spots that's got to be leveled out. This was actually where a little cheap, about a 12-foot wide above ground pool was hooked up out here, and that's where the power source was for it. But we hauled that off after we moved in here. It was pretty ragged, but that's one spot that's just always been, it just looked rough. When you try to cut grass and drive over those ruts, it just beats you to death. And we're finally going to fix it and make this place look like it's supposed to. And get, right now there's probably 3 or 4 different kinds of grass growing out here. I can see fescue, I can see Bermuda, and I can just see field weeds. And but once we get everything done, we're going to get on a program for fertilization, just weed preventive, you know, pre-emergent, post-emergent type stuff, and even fire ant treatment. We have so many fire ants out here on this property, and there's one guy that comes out and he'll spread this fire ant treatment out here, and it basically is good for a year, and it keeps the fire ants off of our property anyway. So when the guy comes back, he's supposed to come on the 15th through the 17th. That's kind of the window depending upon weather. He's going to come back in here and we're going to get started on the yard, and hopefully I'll be able to get some video footage of that, of him actually doing the work out here. And I'll put a video together, and you'll be looking at it now. So we'll see how it goes. Stay tuned. He's out today spreading the dirt that he brought in. So as you can see, he is basically using this tiller system. He's tilling up the entire yard, and what he's going to do is come back in here, power rake all of this trash. As it dies off, he's going to come in and he's going to rake all of this out. So Jason has spent the last 3 days working this yard over. As you can tell, there were 5 loads of dirt brought in, which he leveled off back behind the shop there. And so that's it's built up a whole lot more than what it was. And he's just slowly been just working this ground over. I think once they get everything leveled out the way it is, the plan is to throw down the Bermuda seed, and they're going to cultipack that down into the soil, and we're supposed to be getting some rain soon too. So I thought it was going to rain a little bit today, but it is held off. But so far so good. I can't wait to see the finished product. All right, everybody, so stay tuned, because if you can see behind me, I have no yard anymore, no more grass, anything like that, because I'm getting my entire lawn redone. Guy's been out here for partially probably a little over 2 days now, when you add it all up together, but he's been leveling everything out, chewing up this ground, getting all these old grass out, raking it out, and there's going to be Bermuda seed going down today. All right, so there you go. Like I said, I've got to work this afternoon, and he'll probably be finished up now today, so I will not be able to get him cultipacking the yard down. That's why I want to showcase the equipment there. And I just want to show you where we were at as of now. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. I think that I watched a lot on YouTube myself just to figure out, you know, what was going to be needed, kind of educate myself. And I saw that there's a ton of viewers on people doing lawn renovations. So if you like this video, and there will be more coming because we're constantly doing stuff out here on the property, but subscribe. I know this is an outdoor channel, but this is outdoors. Most of what I do is hunting and fishing, but I definitely want to do the video here showcasing the lawn renovation, because man, it's big money. It's taking a lot to get this stuff done, but it's an investment in the property, and it's an investment in my back because of all the ruts that we had. So being able to smoothly get this yard right and not roll your ankle trying to walk across the yard is going to be a big blessing. So if you like what you see, hit subscribe, like the video, comment on the video, and if there's something else you want to see, or you got some ideas for my property, particularly like that shady spot out there in the yard, what would you do there? I've been recommending like a wildlife area, something like that, maybe putting rock or mulch or something like that down, but definitely open to ideas, so be sure to comment. Thank you. And I got to do some power washing, because any bit of dirt that has come up, it has stuck to this house for sure. So I will be getting power washing done out here, but just give you another angle here of the yard. He's still got some grass to get up that he's going to pull up out here. Some of this we're actually leaving down. He's going to put wheat straw and stuff down when he seeds to help out with rain runoff, but the plan is to leave some of this stuff down here just to help with erosion with the rain, so that it don't wash all the seed away before it has time to take off. Can't wait to show you guys the finished product. And obviously the front is really coming together. I'm gonna have to trim back a lot of these limbs here when he gets done, just to allow some sunlight to get in here on the ground, because when he throws his seed in here, I want as much towards these trees here as I can. Bermuda doesn't do good in the shade, so I need to open this canopy up as much as I can and let as much sunlight in here as I can, so I don't have such a bare spot in here. I couldn't even get fescue to grow here in this shade spot, so it just would not take off. But as you can see, no more ruts in the front. He's pushed the dirt up. He brought in a lot of dirt, 5 loads, I think I said on the thing before. Kind of got that leveled off with the sidewalk. Looks so much more neat now. But no ruts in the yard whatsoever. Can't wait to one day be able to cut grass out here and not have to be beat to death on the lawnmower. Of course, this is your cultipacker here. That thing weighs a ton. And what that's gonna do is gonna put little rows in the ground. And it's gonna push that seed down in the ground too once he gets it down in there, which is gonna help it firm up real good. So we've got some rain coming in, having it pushed down in there like that, and then those lines, it's gonna help with the runoff from the water too. At least that's the way he's explained it to me. So yeah, man, I can't wait. All right, so I'm not sure if you remember all of the rolling hills that were out here in the yard, but this is basically what it's looking like right now. I'll also show you guys this piece of machinery here before I go jump in the shower to get ready for work. But show you what he's using here on this Kubota. Well, look at the teeth on that rascal. That's pretty much what he's ripped this yard up with. And I can't tell you the number of hours that he's been out here. Used to be a super duper low spot here behind my shop. That's now gone. He does still obviously still have the little slope there directly behind the shop. That's going to help with a lot of the runoff, which I'm thankful for, because these metal buildings, as you know, they're not airtight. So as you can see, everything is nice and leveled out now. Today, I think the plan is he's going to be putting the seed down. He's just basically coming up here, getting up some, raking out some loose trash here in the yard. And he's going to be putting down Bermuda seed today, and he's got the cultipacker out there, attachment there for the Kubota. And he's going to be basically putting down all the seed. I'll get you a shot of the back too, but it's still very dusty back there because we've had no rain. But we got rain coming in tomorrow and this weekend, Sunday. So that's gonna definitely help kick that Bermuda seed off. But yeah, it's nice and level now.